But yeah, let's also talk about the NFL because they also they've expanded kind of like how we watch the shows. I think the biggest story coming out this week was or this season, it was about how they expanded to YouTube, YouTube TV. Also, like the package. I think the package was what was like $200, almost $300.
Expensive. It's expensive. It depends on what you get. There's like three packages. Like you get like one with YouTube TV, Sunday Ticket, and Red Zone. And then you can get just Sunday Ticket and Red Zone, and then you can get just Sunday Ticket. So like now they're trying to loop in like Red Zone as its own separate thing. And I think even the cheapest one was close to $200 if you just got Sunday Ticket. But to me, like I watch the game and then I go straight to Red Zone. Like I watch I'll watch the Jazz game and then I'll just go straight to Red Zone unless the other games are just so bad. But even then, Red Zone is perfect because it just literally bounces you around to right when the action's happening and you get an idea who's who and gives you the stats.
Let me ask you a question. I'll go to JoJo. How do you like actually watch the games? You're watching the game because I know you're Broncos fans or whatever, but also you kind of watch other teams, right? I know you like what's Kansas City or whatever. How do you actually watch when you're watching sports when you have a day to watch it? How are you actually watching the games itself?
I mean, low key for me, I'm a simple guy. Most of the time, I can't watch the Broncos game unless it's prime time because they'll play it on the CBS, but we're not in the right.
Yeah, we're not in their region,
right? So they're the region. Usually, there's two games going on at once, and I'll just bounce back, whether it's CBS and what other channel, maybe Fox, and I'll bounce back between. I never had Red Zone. I never try to stream multiple games at once. Low key, whatever's on, if I'm available to watch, I'll just go watch it. Unless, we're out at the bar and they have multiple games on where they have Red Zone and then you're able to do it that way. But if I'm at home, that's just basically what I do.
So Julian, like what service? Because before I've had YouTube TV before, so I've used that service before, and I'm looking at the package they have. So right now it's $249 for Sunday Ticket, $349 if you're a non-subscriber. So it's kind of up there. It's like $300, $400 to say in the upper range. But Julian, how do you normally watch football on a Sunday if you watch? Besides the prime, because usually prime times are on regular cable.
Everybody can watch it.
Yeah.
I mean. So I wish Sunday Ticket just did a single team package only. That'd be fucking awesome. If I can just get a single team package and Red Zone, that'd be awesome. But obviously they're gonna want to upsell you and make you get all these games. But I really wish they'd do single team package plus Red Zone. I would honestly purchase that. So how I watch it, so I get a little creative with it because I'm not going to watch like Dolphins games. Like I'm just unless it's
man. Get him up out of here. Get him up out this
because I have Paramount Plus. So and most Jag games are on CBS. So what I do, I go to my computer, I put on a VPN to like Jacksonville or whatever away team they're at. Like if they're playing Atlanta or whatever, for example, I'll set my VPN to Atlanta, go to my Paramount Plus because Paramount Plus is just an extension of CBS of where you're at. So like if I can go on Paramount Plus on my TV, but it still knows I'm in Miami. So it's going to give me the Dolphins game. It's going to give me the games that are set to that market. So I have to go to my computer, set my VPN to Atlanta or whatever, it was Jacksonville, and then cast it over, plug it in with an HDMI to my TV. So that's pretty much how I do it. Same thing.
Pulling our fans onto some game right now.
Oh,
I mean that's what I do because I have Paramount. I like Paramount Plus. There's a lot of stuff on there, so and you get all the NFL games. Yeah. So I just basically and JoJo, you're a Broncos fan, so just get a VPN, or I can share a VPN with you.
But here's
I just set it to that. Go to Paramount Plus, and then hook up HDMI, and then after that, I put on Red Zone through some creative ways. Let's just leave it at that.
Creative ways. I think Red Zone is, listen, when we're doing fantasy football, I think Red Zone is automatic. You got to do Red Zone automatic off rip.
But so I watch my game and then I go to Red Zone through creative ways.
And Julian, the way you talk about like going to another thing, the thing I hate about that is like now you have to listen to whatever the local casts of whatever the local broadcasters of that. If you're not listening on the main, if it's not a prime time
NFL
game,
doesn't
CBS,
have
ABC,
that issue.
But I mean, you watch like a raw feed. It's just raw feed, no sound.
No, like in NFL, those are national commentators.
Okay,
those aren't local commentators. You know that, right? Yeah, like you get Mark Sanchez and whoever else. Like that's who it is.
But see, I like to listen to the regional feed. So I listen to if Miami's playing whatever San Diego, there's a Miami feed, there's a San Diego feed, and if you fucking
but the commentators are in the NFL. Like,
national
are still the same. Yeah,
if it's a national game on NFL,
no, it's not. Trust me, as somebody who's watched games from away teams and home, like it's the same. It's
so they'll have the same because I know MLB,
Romo.
Look, the MLB network, I get to choose home.
I know the big time. Okay,
yeah, but that's different. It's because MLB and NBA have local market deals. They have deals with local markets. The NFL, those are deals with CBS and Fox, so those are getting broadcasted. They're just what they're doing is they're just picking and choosing where the games are played. But those are team like Romo and Nance, like they're wherever the biggest game is, and they're gonna be. It doesn't matter. The only difference and the only funny thing is like the commercials would be different. That's the only thing. Like if I have it in like Los Angeles, I'm gonna get like Los Angeles commercials, but the game feed is the game feed. It's the same feed you get in Sunday Ticket.
So I'm not talking about the national. You know, you get your Kevin Harlans and you get your Taricos and
No, but that's what it is, Gabe. I'm telling you, Mark Sanchez and all these guys try like.
I like to listen to my local feed. I want to listen to my local guys.
Gabe,
I got to do my homer shit. I got to do my homer shit.
Everybody roast Gabe in the comments right now.
Type it down now. Link and subscribe. Hit Gabe was very
Gabe
wrong.
does not know what he's talking about.
No, he watches football.
The commentators for Flanagan's. That's how local he wants it.
That's only in every other sport. Football, there's national all those guys they travel around.
So legit, like what streaming services are you using? Because like I said, I like to use Red Zone. Red Zone to me is the ultimate, especially when I'm playing football, like fantasy football. What streaming platforms do you prefer?
Wherever I can watch it. Like I said, Paramount Plus. Well, I have cable too, so like I do Paramount Plus to watch the games, and then outside of that, like I watch Red Zone, and then for the National League, I watch it on TV, and then I have all the apps. So like Thursday Night Football, I throw on Amazon. If I'm out and about, or if I'm just happen to be like on Peacock and the game's on, then I'll put it on through Peacock. But generally, I just watch it on TV. But to me, and we could transition to this with like. Now, kind of what brought us to this topic is like Peacock is now getting an exclusive playoff game on the platform. So this year, Peacock is getting an exclusive game to themselves, not on national broadcast, and a lot of people are pissed about it.
Oh, wow! So they have the right to that. You're gonna have to watch the game through Peacock
on Peacock only, just like Amazon. So, yeah, this is going to be a playoff game. And it's also some regular season games. So some people who live in the boonies are pissed off and letting people know that they're pissed off because they can't get 5G. But I would imagine for like – I know some people were upset with the first game on Amazon last year and it was blurry. But I never really came across issues like that. And I guess if you're one of those people that live out in nowhere, and maybe NFL, you know, it reaches out. There's a lot of fans in the countryside. So it's like, I guess like those people can't get good internet service. So to watch it in like their 4K TV or 1080p TV is probably tough for them. But like, I also feel like we're at a point where it's like, man, even if you're in the boonies, like you could still like get decent enough service to like watch games in HD at the end of the day. At the way, like even like slow speeds out there, like they're not even that bad. Then again, maybe it's different if you're like
you never know unless you're out there. Like, listen, if your service is trash, like what do you? There's nothing you can do to fix it. Like, if the game is blurry, it's just ruining their experience. And if that's their experience overall, then you know we can't.
But I will say that I think at the end of the day, I think having it on streaming platforms is probably going to end up reaching more people anyways, because at least once we started going to the streaming realm, like I can now watch games on the move now, which is like, like that sucked. Like, and who knows how many, like now you're picking up feeds that now you're on the move, or like countless cable cutters. Like there's so many people. Honestly, the only reason I have cable is because it comes with my apartment. If it didn't, I wouldn't have it. And honestly, the only reason why I'm okay, that I almost felt like it was necessary for me to have it, was for football.
Yeah.
And was for sports. But now as sports, TNT needs to figure out a way to get shit on fucking streaming. But so outside of that, like you can watch everything on the apps now as long as you have it. So like for me, it's like look, this is the future. Everybody's cutting cable anyway. Internet speeds are getting better for the most part throughout the country. Like, this is just the next step, and I think this is going to lead to not just Peacock being, but we might see every Sunday night game on Peacock,
that'd be
and
crazy.
we might see every game on Paramount Plus, which you already do, but like maybe solely on Paramount Plus.
And that's what I want to. Let me backtrack. Besides sports, because we're talking about sports streaming. Like me personally, when I watch stream, like I said, I used to use YouTube just because locally I could watch the games locally whenever I was out and about. But I kind of dropped that. Me in general, as far as streaming, I use streaming for movies and shows. Right? I have Disney, I have Amazon, I have Hulu, which Disney Hulu is kind of the same kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're in a package, dude.
I don't really use Paramount, so the fact that they're going to Paramount, that's gonna be tough for me because like, am I gonna really download the app and like if they have a trial, maybe if I need to watch a playoff game, maybe I'll download it. But that's not really what I mainly use it for. The streaming I use is for my entertainment. Like the streaming has substituted the cable, right? For like I said, TV shows, movies is what I mainly use for the streaming. Jojo, I don't know how you watch your shows. I know Julian's he's more on the ESPN app. He watches soccer. He can watch UFC. He can watch it, whatever.
I have all of them because almost everything I watch, like Peacock has.
But then again,
each platform has their own sports. Like, it's crazy.
But I was saying, then again, ESPN, Hulu, Disney is the same shit. These are like all three like tangled in. I know they have packages for all three of them. But Jojo, like, are you using sports? Like, are you using streaming to watch live sports, or is you use it for other stuff?
Well, I mean, you guys know I'm a baseball guy, so fortunate enough, we got T-Mobile Tuesday, and we got free MLB season. So honestly, most of the time, I'm on the MLB app, and when the Yankee game is on, whether I'm on the move or if I'm at home, I just pop it right open and stream the game. NFL, NBA, I mean, NBA cable, right? A lot of games are either on ESPN or TNT. Yeah. And I know they have the apps. I do have the apps for both. Because sometimes I don't know why they wouldn't.
Can you stream TNT?
Yeah.
I think
so. There's a TNT app, and you can watch the basketball games on there as well.
So I will say with TNT, and we're already starting to. So like a couple months ago or a month ago or something like that, the U.S. men's national team signed a deal with HBO and like Turner Sports, which is TNT. So they air games on TNT and HBO Max. So I think eventually NBA on TNT is eventually going to go to HBO Max because they're already starting. I've watched a couple games on there. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of weird to watch a game on HBO Max, but I think TNT needs to get their shit together and have it like simultaneously stream on HBO Max because I wish they had that instead of have a separate TNT app. It's like, all right, you just go to HBO. Yeah. That's the one thing. It's like so many apps. Like I don't even think my TV has the TNT app. I have to use my Fire Stick to do that.
So real quick, go back to the original question. Like, does anybody here have Paramount? Because I don't have Paramount.
So I don't watch Paramount. I do have Paramount, but strictly for like show purposes, not really for sports. Now they're integrating sports into it. Like Julian was mentioning as well. But like, there's certain shows I like to watch. Or even like I don't know if you guys watch The Challenge or anything like that, but that's pretty dope. They host new seasons on Paramount. I have Apple TV. I have pretty much every app. I have Peacock. I have some. I got in eventually. I was trying to avoid it. But I'm home a lot. I like to spend my time at home, and there's these shows that trend, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you how I have all the accounts, but I'm signed in on.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
friends and family.
It's cheaper anyways. Like I was talking to my mom. My mom still has cable. She's paying like $250 a month for that shit for cable.
Yeah.
And it's like now with these apps, so it's like to me, it's like all right, whatever. No, at the end of the day, it's still cheaper than what I'm paying. So I pretty much there's an app for everything I watch. So like Peacock, I watch a lot of racing, and they have the Premier League on there. Paramount, I watch it for shows, but like as for sports, it has the Champions League. It has So I watch it for the Champions League, and then Apple, I watch it for MLS and baseball, and then I have the ESPN app, which is pretty much everything else. And now HBO is now starting to have like I said, the U.S. men's team and probably eventually TNT. So I pretty much the only thing that's really lacking that I can't watch that I feel like I have to put on TV is like one of the local games, like during the regular season, like that Bailey's thing. But I heard you can get like the Bailey's app and do that as well. I never done it, but Peacock for like Sunday Night Football as well. But I mean, for me, the only one that I'm really missing is TNT. Like I can watch pretty much everything now, honestly.
Yeah, and you know, when it comes, especially now that we're in the playoffs, we're talking about NBA.
Oh, you can watch Fox too.
Yeah, yeah. I for the playoffs and like big major sports, I'm not gonna rely on Paramount. Like, I don't think I'm gonna download Paramount to watch a playoff game. Like, I'd just rather wait. I'll see it on YouTube and watch the game results, whatever. I kind of rely on those major TNT, ABC, CBS, Fox, whatever the major cable channels. That's kind of what I rely on. Whether I'm going out or I'm at home, watching at a bar or something. That's kind of what I rely on. I don't think, as far as where we're talking about the conversation of the NFL, Paramount, and the playoffs, I don't know. It depends on if it's a game I care about or if it's a team I care about. If the Dolphins are on there, then I'll consider it. But in general, it doesn't match up with like kind of what I regularly use for streaming in general. I don't know.
So
That's just me.
So do you think this is the start of more games to come now that this is going to be the first game exclusively online? Is this going to be more to come? Are you going to start seeing?
They're going to try it out.
In the regular season?
Like I said, they're going to try it out, and depending, I don't know what game they have, but depending on what they get and the ratings they have, obviously
depending on the results for sure,
they're going to be monitoring. Obviously, it's all electronic. They're going to be monitoring the streaming, who's downloading, how many views do we get? Does it beat TV? Because if it doesn't beat TV, or they're not getting the amount of views, for the advertising they're going to put on there, then they'd be like, this is not worth it. Monetarily, this is not worth it.
So here's one thing though, and this is how I have Peacock. So when you have Xfinity, it comes with Peacock. So a lot of people already have access to it. It's just a matter of setting it up. So that might actually.
But so Xfinity might be, it might be locally in Florida, but where does Xfinity expand? Like, I would like to know where they expand.
Xfinity is everywhere in the country.
Like all over, nationally known.
Yeah, do Comcast? Yeah,
Montana.
What are you talking about, Gabe? It's Comcast. They're like the number one internet provider in the country. Like,
okay,
it's
listen, I don't know. Maybe in his region of Texas, he doesn't see Comcast.
Gabe's got some no name shit that we've never heard of.
Listen, man, Texas is weird. We got weird. Listen,
there's one thing like Comcast is those ones where it's like Comcast is that one company where it's like. There's nothing else, and like, I have to get fucking Comcast.
Yeah,
it's the only. Yeah, they're that one. Like, it's like if you live out in the country, I guarantee you can get Comcast, but you can't get shit else. You can't get no AT&T, can't get Verizon or whatever. Like, you got to get Comcast.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. Texas is weird. My power went out weird last night. The power grid is all crazy. The internet went out. Anyways.